Top 7 Best Motherboard for PC in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. Asus ROG Maximus Roman 13 Hero. The Asus ROG Maximus Roman 13 Hero has the premium parts and attractive looks to stand out despite its fairly high price. From its clean, high-end appearance to the robust power delivery, 4 M2 sockets, and a premium audio solution, the Hero is a well-rounded, feature-laden solution in the upper mid-range of the Z5 190 motherboard space. With more than capable 90 power phases and dual Thunderbolt 4 ports, plus the 4 PCIe 4.0 M2 sockets and premium audio bits, the board justifies its $499 price. Tested performance compared to the other Z5 190 models we've tested to this point was spot on and often negligibly faster in many of our tests. Memory testing went without a hitch, with DDR4 3600 supported all 1-in-1, and they easily handled the DDR4 4000 kit, and overclocking testing proceeded without any issue. Number 6. Asus Prime H610 D4. Of the sub $120 Intel H610 chipset motherboards we've tested, Asus Prime H610 D4 is the only one that supports 2 M2 sockets for storage, and a key M2 socket lets you easily add CN Roman 6-based NIC for speedy and reliable Wi-Fi. If you're looking to get into Alder Lake on the cheap and will not overclock, the H610 chipset is the least expensive way in, but it's not without drawbacks. There are fewer USB ports, and what's available is slower. No 20 Gbps USB or Type-C ports, for example. While the entire Alder Lake processor stack is technically supported, you're limited in what processors you can utilize with this chipset, considering the slower performance we saw on heavy multi-threaded loads with our Core and Neon all tested H610 motherboards. And don't expect loads of external expansion. There are just 6 USB ports here, none of them faster than the pair of teal 10 Gbps ports. But if you're not trying to run the best Alder Lake has to offer, this sub $110 board is a good way to get the latest and greatest Intel has to offer without putting huge a hole in your bank account. Number 5. Asus ROG Strix B6 160 Gaming Wi-Fi. After our benchmark testing and a close look at its ample feature set, the Asus ROG Strix B6 160 Gaming Wi-Fi has proved to be a worthy compact motherboard in the budget-friendly B6 160 space. The tiny board comes equipped with a PCIe 5.0 slot, 2 M2 sockets, integrated Wi-Fi 6, and a last-gen premium audio solution. The only real concern hardware-wise is with the hot VRM temperatures, but do note this was during a stress test and isn't a typical loading scenario. Outside of that, the performance across all of our testing was good, easily competing with the other DDR5 baseboards. For $219.99, it's reasonably priced, feature-rich, and a good performer. You can't ask for much more out of this class of board. The Asus ROG Strix B6 160 Gaming Wi-Fi is the ITX board of choice if you're looking to save some money and don't plan to overclock your Alder Lake processor. If you do, there are 690 options. We reviewed 2 already. The ASRock 690p GATX TB4 and MSI MEG 690i Unified, though most of these are well over $300. Number 4. MSI MEG B660M Mortar Wi-Fi DDR4. So long as you don't plan on overclocking your CPU or want to use PCIe 5.0 devices before your next upgrade, the MSI MEG B660M Mortar Wi-Fi DDR4 and its B660 chipset makes for a great option for those looking to get into Alder Lake without putting a heavy burden on your build budget. It lacks the fancy looks or RGB lighting of pressure boards, but does come with everything you need to get the most out of a stock-clocked Alder Lake CPU. The mortar includes 2 PCIe 4.0 x4 M2 sockets, 6 SATA ports, a premium last-generation audio solution, and VRM that easily manage the flagship Core and eCPU. In our testing, performance on our B660M mortar was similar to those of the 690 base DDR4 boards we tested previously. In other words, this sub-$200 motherboard was able to utilize our Infinity 12900K processor to its fullest, while costing a third less than most 690 offerings. Number 3. Gigabyte Aorus 90 TAC-In. The 690 Aorus TAC-In comes with robust power delivery that supports sub-ambient overclocking of any compatible Alder Lake CPU. The 105 SPS MOSFETs, large heatsink, and overclocking tools ensure the board doesn't get in the way of top achievable clock speeds. And in our testing, it performed above average overall, with some of the fastest results in our new Blender benchmark, Cinebench R23 in Processing Office, with our game test also showing results slightly higher than average for the 690 boards we've tested. The EATX Aorus TAC-In has several features that make overclocking easier too, including buttons to raise/lower the CPU ratio, cooldown functionality, limp modes, multiple BIOS capability, tantalum capacitors around the socket area, better and easier for insulating for sub-zero runs, and more. Although this board is made for overclocking, it still does most everything else well too. From the 4 M2 sockets and 6 SATA ports to the last-gen flagship Realtek audio solution, it comes packed with features that are useful for most any type of user. Still, those who need more than 64 GB of RAM, professionals, content creators, etc., will have to look elsewhere. Number 2. MSI MEG 690i Unify. MSI MEG 690i Unify comes loaded with features including 3 M2 sockets, 4 SATA ports, the latest generation flagship audio, Thunderbolt 4, 40 Gbps Type-C ports, and integrated Wi-Fi 6E in this diminutive package. Its only real downside is that you'll find just 6 USB ports on the back. You get all of the above for $399.99, or about $30 more than the previous gen version. The compact black motherboard packs a punch both with the hardware that comes with it. And in our testing, performance easily matched larger ATX boards overall. There's lots of competition in the 690 mini ITX space from all the major motherboard makers. But for its price, the MSI MEG 690i Unify has the most features, and connectivity users are likely to look for in a small form factor board, making it the best option for those looking to build a small but powerful 12th Gen Intel Alder Lake rig. Number 1. Gigabyte 690 Aorus Pro. At around $330, the Gigabyte 690 Aorus Pro is a mid-range Alder Lake motherboard that covers all the bases very well, with minimal sacrifices. There are ample storage options, including 4 M2 sockets, updated audio, and a new appearance. In our extensive testing, performance, thermals, and overclocking were also well within the range of other 690 boards we've tested. Between its 13 USB ports on the rear I/O, 4 M2 sockets, and capable power delivery, all at a price that's well below flagship options, there's a lot to love about the 690 Aorus Pro. So long as you don't require integrated RGB lighting or Wi-Fi 6E out of the box, you still get Wi-Fi 6. The Gigabyte 690 Aorus Pro is an excellent Alder Lake motherboard to build your 690 system around. So guys, that's all for the top 7 best motherboard for PC in 2022. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care. Bye.